8 kids, 7 grandkids, and a grandma. Hi guys, welcome to Rosy Cares. Today I have 2 new guests, my daughter Alina.
Hey.
And my son Isa.
Hi.
So welcome to Rosy Cares.
Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
So, would you like to explain the point of having us here today?
Yes. Today I brought you guys here today so you can be able to share your point of view on the topics that I have covered. So
yeah. Okay. So
I would like to get your experience as, for example, as teenagers growing up in the house with me as your mom. How was that like for the 2 of you?
Oh, okay. Got it. So based on the topic, so you want us to answer your question right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And tell the viewers how was it growing up in the house with us as your parents? Were we good parents? Were we too hard on you guys as teenagers growing up? If you look back today, now that you're grown-ups, adults.
Isa, you want to go first?
I'd say that you guys did a good job considering everything. There were many of us growing up, so you had good control over all of us, considering there are 8 of us in total. So yes, there were many fun experiences, but at the same time, you still instilled those core values and rules growing up, which helped keep us in control.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's true. I can't complain about my childhood at all, to be fair. In regards to you and Didi. I had a good childhood growing up. I had friends. My friends were always over.
Tell me about
I always had my friends over. So I can't complain. We had food to eat. We had a roof over our heads. We were going to school. We were taking part in extracurricular activities, and you guys were always there, to support us when we were performing or doing whatever it was that we were doing, because we were always doing something. Each of us were always doing something. So no complaints.
Okay, that's good to know, because I just wanted you guys to share your view to the viewers, so that maybe some of the kids that watch my program, or some of the parents that watch my program, can be able to relate. Okay,
well, let's go to your Instagram then. So let's do this more in a more targeted, focused kind of way.
Okay.
And let's look at the topics that you have here. So, Rosy Cares. You started with new mothers, so no kids here. So sorry. Maybe next time you can get one of the others or something to be here, or on Zoom or something, so they can cover that. Isa, any kids? No. Yeah. Okay.
I'm looking forward to that day. To see Isa's kids.
Yeah. Okay.
And your kids as well.
Thanks, I appreciate that. It might be a while. We'll see what happens. Okay, so parents with teens, we can start there since you mentioned our teenage years.
Yeah.
So your first topic here is friends, and you said do not underestimate the importance of knowing who your teens' friends are. Okay, so rather than reading it, do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I feel as it is very important as a parent or as parents to be able to, know your kids' friends.
Yeah.
Because knowing your kids' friends, at least you'll be able to know that your child is going towards the right path when they are out of the house. Because when the kids are at home, they are under our control as parents. But when they are out, they are with their friends. Sometimes you can tell what kids do when they are out, when they are away from their parents. You could be a good parent, but your child, at times when they are out, they can make the wrong decisions when you are not there. So friends that they hang out with really does matter. It's good to know that they are hanging out with the right crowd, right or wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm laughing because I just remembered the story you told us of one time when you went to a friend's house party and everybody got drunk. And one of the girls ended up getting drunk and like passed out on the road or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so things like that happens.
So were you the bad influence in that situation?
No, I was.
I remember that very well. I remember a bit of him coming home and telling me about that, and then I was like, so what did you do to help your friend? Do you remember?
What did you do to help your friend?
What did you do to help your friend?
Well, we all kind of like, my friend was cold at the time, so we all just like covered her with like our jackets, that type of thing.
Oh, gentlemen.
And then we kind of like made sure she was okay till her parents came.
Which was very good.
Yeah, I mean, I can speak to what you're saying because I remember like obviously growing up and having friends who had parents who were like really, really strict. They weren't like liberal like you guys or like, I mean, you have different types of parents, and they were the type of parents who were like, we want you to be like this and don't do this, don't go out, don't talk to boys, don't do anything. And, you know, we want you to dress like this and behave like that. And, you know, they would leave the house wearing one thing, you know, then we'd go to the mall and then they'd go to the bathroom and change and come out wearing something completely, totally different. And, I mean, I never had that issue because, you know, you guys would never like wear this or, you know, don't wear that. So I never had to change clothes, which just seems like a huge effort to me anyway. But regardless, I mean, at the end of the day, we would be hanging out with guys and stuff, you know, because we did have friends who were, you know, guys as well as girls, obviously. And, you know, their parents had no clue. I mean, at that time, like the time frame that I'm referencing, you know, the only thing that we used to do was literally go to the mall and hang out or like go to the movies, you know, but at some point as we got into our older teens, you know, some of, you know, my friends did move forward and get into like smoking and drinking, at which point I distanced myself from them, you know, but those were the same group of girls, you know, or even guys, you know, who were doing things that their parents had no idea. They were completely unaware of, you know, and sometimes they got themselves into pretty precarious or like scary situations, you know, which any parent having heard of it would kind of like catch a heart attack, you know, but luckily, you know, they were able to get themselves out of it. But obviously they did move in that direction, obviously as well, because they started making friends with other groups of people who, you know, didn't have the best habits, which is why I distanced myself. You know, so what you're saying makes sense because you guys never had that issue with me, like I said, because I always had my friends come over. Definitely. You know, so you knew who they were, and
that's the reason why I always allow you all to have your friends come over, so we get to meet your friends, get to know them, make sure that you guys are hanging out with the right crowd, because there's
the motive behind it.
Definitely. I believe that as a parent, you can discipline your kids, but don't be too hard on the kids. Put yourself back to when you were a teenager. Definitely you like to hang out with your friends, you like to go out to your friend's house for visit or go watch, sit and watch TV.
Did you go out a lot as a teenager?
To be honest, not as much. They were very strict on us. We were not allowed to go out very much like that, like the way I was free with you guys.
Yeah.
You know, but to me, I didn't like that very much. That's why I said, when I have my kids, I'm gonna make sure I'm more open with my kids. Let them know that they can come to me and talk to me free. No matter what it is that they are trying to do, they should not feel scared. Because when parents are very strict, kids turn out to be very scared.
Yeah.
And when kids are scared, they turn out to do wrong things.
Yeah, they hide things.
They hide things from parents. You know, they don't tell the parents the friends that they have because they feel the parents may not approve. You know, so that taught me a lot. Because of that, I didn't want to raise my kids the same way. I wanted to be free with you guys and let you guys feel free and comfortable to bring your friends home. you know, and also to be able to, for your friends.
You did a good job, Mom.
Yeah, for your friends' parents to also know who you guys were.
Yeah.
To make sure that their kids were also hanging out with the right crowd.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were the right crowd.
That's why we ended up, if you guys realize, we ended up with being friends with most of your kids,
Yeah.
most of their friends' parents. You know, we ended up as family friends because we all appreciate each other.
Yeah, and the way you guys were parenting.
So that was good. So I feel like, you know, that really helped you guys.
Okay, let's move on to the next topic. Your next topic that you posted was parents with teens still, and the topic was relationships. And you said once your child goes through puberty, it's only natural for them to start experiencing new emotions as well as their first crush. You know, so you want to talk a little bit more about this as well?
Yes. I just would like to touch on that a little bit because as teenagers, when you hit the puberty age, your hormones start playing all over the place. You know, you can be sometimes very happy and sometimes very emotional.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you will definitely start growing, you know, crush, you know, it can
having crushes on.
Yes, having crushes, you know, on boys, you know, which sometimes those boys may end up being your close friends or random boys that you pass by on the street and you see them and you look at them and you're like, oh, that boy is cute. And then if you see them two, three times, you start having a crush on them. You know, the important thing is that it's very normal. You know, it's nothing strange. It's very natural. It's something that everybody goes through. Even us as parents went through it, and you guys as kids will go through it as well. You know, so.
Do you remember your first crush?
Yes, I do.
You want to share that a little bit?
I do.
Okay, no, you don't have to share the details, but how old were you when you had your first crush?
When I had my first crush, I was about 16.
You're so right.
Yeah, I was about 16. Yeah, I don't think that's a topic I want to talk about it right now with
That's
you guys.
hilarious.
You know, but I was about 16 years old, you know, and knowing that we were not allowed, you know, to talk to boys like that or look at boys like that, definitely